Hey guys, I wanted to try out going live on Instagram and I was messing with some of the filters and I was like, oh, do the filters work when you go live? So I put on the glitter filter. Anyhow, one of my goals for this new year is to go live and I'm doing it. So I'm reaching out there to see who might be available to hop on here and chat with me. And hey, Jen, hi. Mwah. How are you, my love? I got the glitter effect on here, so I'm just trying this out. Hey, babe, thanks for getting on. Love 25, I call you. So, how are you, mi amor? I know a little bit of Spanish. So, hope you guys don't mind. I'm trying to go live and figure out how this works because I definitely want to go live more often so I can reach out and I can educate and just meet more of my followers. Hey, sweetie, I'm so glad that you're good. And be able to talk about health and nutrition and juicing and just positivity and mindset and just chat with you guys. You know, it's been a goal of mine to be able to make time in my life to get on here, to go live and to really reach out. And so I'm doing it. You know, I had to make time for it. And oftentimes we make excuses of why we don't have time to do certain things. And I'm like, no more, no more. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get on there and just get a feel and see who's out there and say hi to my friends. So hello, how are you, Nola? And you like the glitter, Jen? Okay, good. Because I went and I pushed the live button and then I was like, oh, you can slide over. I wonder if the effect will work when you go live. And so I hit the glitter and it did. So I'm all sparkly. Anyway, so do you guys have any questions for me? I don't know, about health and nutrition. And are you guys eating healthy? How is your new year going? Are you juicing a lot? I had my super green juice today, which I made last night. And that one I already drank it all, or I'd have it here. But that one I make really, really strong. So I put like 3 entire stalks of celery, 3 or 4 parsley bunches. I think I did 3 last night, 3 bunches of parsley, 3 entire bunches of cilantro. And I did 4 limes. And I think I put like 5 or 6 lemons in there. Okay. So it's super, super strong, but it's so powerful and it helps to cleanse the liver. It allows the liver to dump. So you can get healthy so your body can cleanse and detox and be able to heal itself. Get nice skin and just feel good. I notice when I do it, I feel really, really good. So I'm trying to stay consistent with that. But anyway, so what are you guys up to? Have you been eating your salads? Have you been going to any vegan restaurants or cafes or anything? There's so many out in the Los Angeles area, which I'm like an hour and a half away, but with traffic and everything, it's like 2 to 3 hours. And then once you get into the city and try and maneuver your way around, it's kind of crazy and hectic. Like when I do go there, it's like I want to get to, I like Sun Cafe Organic and Cafe Gratitude and Life Food Organic, which is in Santa Monica. And I make trips out there once in a while. I haven't been out there in a while, but like I said, it's just like fighting the traffic is like crazy. It's like, So let's see. I'm drinking my green drink now. Jen is drinking her green drink. Let's see, Jen, you have cucumber, fennel, lemon, kale, and ginger and apple. Oh my gosh, that is so good, girl. And with the fennel in there, so healing. That sounds amazing. That sounds delicious. Absolutely delicious. So very nice. Who else is having any juice that's on here? Anybody else? What was I going to say? I was going to say something right now. Gosh, what was it about? We were talking about the restaurants, going to LA, fighting the traffic. I lost my train of thought. But anyhow, what else did I want to talk about? Maybe it was about, gosh, I don't know. Mindset, affirmations, positivity. I filmed like a little video, which I'm going to put up on YouTube, hopefully later today. And I'm talking about like not procrastinating and not waiting for the perfect time to do things and to get things done. So like, in filming this, like I didn't want to wait anymore. Like I never film videos because it's never the right time. I never have the right setup. I'm always on the go. But that's when I work best, right? I mean, for me anyways, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm busy or when I'm rushing or when I'm under pressure, I seem to perform better. So anyways, I filmed something the other day, little clips in my vehicle, and then I finished filming a few more just a little bit before I hopped on here. I'm going to put it together on Cyberlink Power Director and then upload it to my YouTube. Let's see what Nola says. I hope I'm saying your name right, sweetheart. I'm trying to heal from iron deficiency, anemia due to heavy cycles. Does plant-based living help cycles to be lighter? Yes, definitely it does. It really, really does. In my experience, you guys, and I became a vegetarian when I was only 11 years of age. And then I transitioned into vegan and high raw vegan. So I've been into this lifestyle way before it became popular and like it is now. Okay. And I have found throughout my period cycles, being plant-based and eating super light and fruit and vegetables, drinking lots of juice, your periods will be very light and very easy. It's almost like it just flies by 2 or 3 days and it's like nothing. Have you experienced that too, Jen? I think Jen's saying that she has experienced that as well. So yeah, a little bit of lady talk there. I think what I was going to mention earlier, guys, because you'll notice that I'm reading your guys' messages here and I can read them pretty good. So one thing I decided, our mind is so powerful. When we decide that we want to do something, we can make it happen. So I decided that I didn't want to keep putting on my glasses because I hate the way they rest on my nose, my reading glasses. So I decided, you know what? I'm not going to put them on. I'm going to train my eyes to be able to see and to heal. And there's eye exercises I can do and deep breathing exercises and things like that. So I'm like, wow, this is working for me. Because normally I would have to put on my reading glasses to read your guys' questions and whatnot. Hi, Victor. How are you? And Mr. SoCal King, how are you doing? Haven't seen you in forever. So Jen says, yes, she has. I know there's a few guys on here, which is really cool. But guys, we were just talking about some lady things a while ago, but but it's good for you guys to learn too, right? We were talking about plant-based diets and how that affects a woman's menstruation cycle and how much healthier they are because they're plant-based and they don't have issues and things like that. So anyhow, Courtney, okay, good, Nola. Okay. So let me know if you like to be called Nola or Courtney. So yeah, you guys, what are you doing new this year? Like what kind of goals, what kind of dreams do you have? Hi. I know. I miss having you in my class too. You should stop by and say hi, definitely. So time flies, right? So quick. This is so fun. I'm so glad you guys hopped on here. I have so much to share. I mean, just questions. I have so much to share, you guys. That's why I'm going to start hopping on here, doing more live feeds. So you guys can talk to me and I'll have my juice out here. I'm going to start filming while I'm juicing so I can go live and we can chat about health and things like that. Okay, so Jen wears reading glasses. Would love to know your tips for eye care. Yes, definitely. Sorry to the guys. Oh, yay, you're both watching me. Thanks. Yeah, okay, so Jen, on the eyeglass tips for strengthening our eyes. Okay, we were not designed for all this up close reading and how much time we spend looking at our phones, on our laptops, just books and reading so up close, right? So one of the things is you have to start looking far off into the distance. You don't want to have that up close reading constantly, okay? So you can put your finger up like this and look at your finger for 10 seconds and then pick something way out in the distance, the top of a tree, a telephone pole, something that's way out there, and breathe. Look way over there for 10 seconds and then look back for 10 seconds and do that back and forth. So if some of you have a full-time job and you're at the computer all the time, stop and do that every hour, okay? The other thing is you can do just follow your finger. Just exercise your eyes by following your fingers around. Okay, that's going to strengthen your eyeballs as well. And to do palming, so you just take your palms and you put them over, you cup them over your eyes and you relax. So you actually want to be touching around the orbit here, around the eye. And what that does, you'll notice if you do it, if you guys try it right now, let me know. You'll notice when you do that, it actually causes all of these muscles around your eyes to relax. And that is going to allow your eyes to see more clearly. Okay. So I started doing that, as well as in the evening, doing my best to not look at my phone right before bed and not in the middle of the night. If I get up, not to look at the clock on it. It really helps to not do that. I don't think we realize how much the blue light is affecting us. You guys know you have like a blue light filter you can put on your phone. So I have that on my phone, so it helps with the blue light to not damage our eyes and affect our brains and all of that stuff. But yeah, that totally helps. Let's see, what else? So you're going to come by sometime? Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely come by. You're welcome, love. You're very welcome, Jen. So I can't wait to go and visit you sometime, Jen. Jen and I became such good friends through social media, and we just love each other and have always stayed connected. So we look forward to meeting each other in person someday. So yeah, guys, just stay healthy. Think about how you're spending your time. Like, what do you guys do with your time each day? Each new year, and this is what I filmed the video on, which I'll be uploading to my YouTube channel. But just to talk to you guys about it real quick, like, think about, what do you spend your time doing every day? How many minutes do you spend watching TV? How many minutes do you spend talking to certain people, or people in your life, or relationships in your life? Watching certain YouTube videos, or time in worship and praise, or whatever you do, whether it's good or it's a time waster. So think about things that you want to do that you've been putting off or you haven't been able to do. Maybe it's juicing, maybe it's writing a book, maybe it's starting your own business, whatever it is. Think about that, and now think, how am I going to fit that into my daily schedule? What am I going to have to remove? What time wasters in order to add this new item? Okay. So for me, and like I said, I talk about this in my video, I wanted to learn 2 languages, and I keep putting it off. I know Spanish already a little bit, but not really. I'm not real fluent. So Spanish is one language and Japanese is the other language. So what I did is I put some apps on my phone, and instead of spending 15 minutes doing another activity, I said, okay, I'm going to stop that activity. And so when I caught myself going to do that activity, I said, no, I'm not going to do that anymore. This year, I'm going to spend 15 minutes on this Japanese application so I can learn the language. And I've started to do that. And it's just such a great feeling of accomplishment, because when we start to do things that we've put off for so long, we feel like, wow, we're growing, we're making things happen, So, let's see. So Nola went vegan for 6 months, and her eye prescription improved by 0.50. That's great. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. That reminds me too, Nola or Courtney, that I had an astigmatism, and each year when I go to the eye doctor, my eyesight improves, or the prescription stays the same. Like, it hasn't, gotten any worse. But my astigmatism actually went away. Okay, now that's huge. That's huge. And that's through diet, you guys. This past summer, I went crazy with my watermelon cleanse, guys. Yay, Jen, you want to learn Japanese too? Cool. Let's learn it together at the same time. I just started it a few weeks ago, and then we can talk to each other in Japanese. Yeah, so that would be cool. Yes. Google for the app. I think it's Duolingo is the one that I'm using right now. So yeah, that's really cool with the eye prescription, Nola. And yeah, with the watermelon cleanse that I did this past summer, I had never done it that intense before. And from June 1st through probably, I'll say mid-October, I ate watermelon, you guys, every single day. Every single day I had watermelon. And for about 3 to 5 different times during those months, I did like 3 to 4 days of solely watermelon. So most of the time it was all watermelon all day, and then maybe a little meal, like a salad or a raw food meal. But I have never eaten that much watermelon. And those of you who know me know that I'm the watermelon lady. Like, I'm crazy for watermelon, and it has miraculous healing powers. If you haven't gone on my website, rosiesrawliving.com, do that, and then look at my blog and read my watermelon blog. Like, watermelon is God's gift to us. It has amazing healing and restorative and regenerative powers. It's great for muscle recovery, for healing, sports recovery, regeneration. But yeah, it it made me feel so super fantastic. And I feel right now like I want it, like I'm missing it right now. Let's see. Nola says, staying vegan, plant-based was hard for me because of temptations around me and too much weight loss. Okay, interesting with too much weight loss. Interesting, but I understand. I understand where you're coming from because you want to make sure that you're getting enough calories and enough food. And sometimes that's a little challenging for people when they become plant-based or raw vegan, okay? Now, as for the temptations, Nola, my tip is just to usually temptations, like when you see the temptations or you're around people who are having a party or they're having pizza or they're having ice cream and they're having cakes and cookies and all this stuff and it's tempting you, is to make sure that you have your healthy food with you and stuff your face with it. Okay? And I'm serious, like eat it, chew it as much as you can. Like I make these ginormous salads and I have yummy creamy dressing on them that's raw vegan, you know, cashew dressing with hemp seeds, and I make it beforehand. So it's going to be tasty. And so when you're being tempted, if you just eat a lot of your healthy food, even like a big watermelon, like girl, I'm telling you, you eat that watermelon and it's like, even if that food is tempting you, there's no way you're going to be able to fit it in your stomach. And when you feel so full and satiated, when you have stretched those stretch receptors so much from the healthy food, your brain gets the signal that you're full and you're satisfied, and then you really won't be tempted towards that. So I hope that makes sense. That's helped me in the past. And then what was your other question? So being tempted. Oh yeah, and then too much weight loss, you said. So you definitely want to make sure that you're getting a balanced array of nutrients. In my 7-day juice and meal plan recipe book, I designed it so I made sure that, you know, that I'm getting, and so people who get it and follow it are getting enough healthy fats, enough carbs, enough proteins. So you're getting that nutrients from the hemp seeds, and you kind of learn to what your body needs. So if you were losing too much weight, you probably weren't eating enough. And sometimes it's hard, I know, to eat that quantity because when you're plant-based, you have to eat so much more food to take place, because when you eat bad food, I call it, food that's not even really designed for us, it's kind of small. So if you think of a hamburger, fries, and a soda, that really doesn't take up that much space, but it has, you know, 3,000 or 4,000 calories, and it's full of casomorphines that mess with your brain and no nutrient value for you. But it's not that much, right? But it's full of all these calories. And then when you eat healthy food, you're going to eat large quantities, and it's full of nutrition for you, but it's low in calories. Okay, so you're filling up your stomach with all of this food, and you're feeling satiated, and your body's getting what it needs. But yeah, I could talk more and more and more on that. Nola, maybe we'll get into that more next time, or I could create a video just on that because I have much to share on that. Let's see, you love watermelon too, Jen. Oh, yes, my watermelon buddies. What are your thoughts on CBD for healing and helping with sleep? Okay, I think it's great. I haven't experienced it myself. I have my own kind of way of winding down for sleep, but I know it has helped people with sleep tremendously and pain. I have some clients who have a lot of trouble falling asleep, and they're in a lot of pain. So they will definitely use that, and it helps them to fall asleep. It helps reduce the pain, and it helps with healing, as well as using the oil, because I'm also massage therapist. It helps with healing because anything we put on our skin is directly absorbed into the bloodstream, right? You do want to make sure that it's, you know, depending on what you're using, that it's clean, green certified, and that it's coming from a clean source, okay? Okay, you're very welcome, Nola. Yes, I will definitely make a video on that for sure. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to share so much more with you guys. I really am. You know, you guys in life, we got to not care what people think about us, right? We got to not think if people are judging us, because I don't know about you guys, but I think just our human psyche, we tend to think about, oh, well, what are people going to think about us? Or, you know, we make excuses for not doing things, but I'm done with that. I think we get to a certain point in our life and we really just don't care what people think about us anymore. And I'm not saying that anybody thought anything bad. I'm just saying, we kind of battle with that in our own mind. And it's like, do what you love. Use your gifts that God has given you. And I'm tired of not using mine enough. And I'm ready to do that. So I'm ready to share. And there's so much to share. So thanks for being here with me, you guys. And I hope to inspire you and hear more about you guys and learn more about you. So do you eat any cooked foods? Yes, Nola, I do, on and off. So I'm not always 100% raw vegan. I am my healthiest, though, when I'm 100% raw vegan. And my body and my life and my skin and everything is just so amazing when I'm only raw. So throughout the years, like I said, depending on the time of the year, in the winter, sometimes I'll eat a little bit more cooked. And when I say cooked, I mean some quinoa, maybe some potato wedges, like the murasaki yams. I like those, and I'll cut them in little wedges and put them in the toaster oven, just plain. So nothing on it, just the plain whole foods, plant-based. But for me, my body thrives so good completely raw. And I always go back to it. So I add a little bit of cooked in sometimes, and it's good and it's great, but I don't like it. I don't like the way I feel on it. So I go back to that high water rich content diet. So, but there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with, eating the cooked foods. And I have a lot of recipes for that. I have a vegan mac and cheese that I make where you get the gluten-free quinoa brown rice noodles and you boil those. And then you steam some potatoes and carrots. And once they're steamed, you put those into your blender, and then you add some nutritional yeast, some onion powder, some dill. I'm going to make a video on this recipe too. A couple of different ingredients I have. You blend it up, and it looks just like nacho cheese. And then you pour that on those, and then you mix it up. So that's really delicious. It's really yummy. And yeah, so I do eat some cooked. I don't stress myself out anymore on thinking, I have to be perfect, not that we have to be, but you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm not saying it's perfect to be all raw or it's perfect to be all cooked or anything like that, but I'm just me. And I think we all need to be that version of ourselves, of who we are. And yeah, I do like to enjoy a little cooked vegan food now and then. But like I said, I feel best when I'm all raw. And I'll just kind of go back and forth, So if I feel like having some cooked food, I'll eat it. Vegan, healthy cooked food, whole food, plant-based. I do stay away from the oils and the salt and all of that stuff. And fried, no, none of that. So it has to be, very healthy, cooked vegan food. Would love tips on how to stay raw vegan. I always fall back into heated foods, especially in the winter. Yeah, Jen, definitely. I don't know if you've tried making like the raw vegan soups in your Vitamix, but those you can blend it up and it kind of warms it up a little bit, but it's still underneath that temperature of 111. I've heard 118. If you don't go over that threshold and it's considered raw food still, I've heard 111 as well. So as long as what I'll do sometimes is I'll throw carrots in there, mushrooms, celery, different spices, curry. So you're like making this warm soup. You can put some coconut water in there and just make this creamy soup in your Vitamix. And then afterwards, you can sprinkle like pumpkin seeds on top, hemp seeds on top, and it's delicious. So that's still considered raw. And yeah, in the winter, it can be a little bit more challenging. But I think if you just add some of those warmer vegan soups in, it'll kind of satisfy you. And also warm tea. Okay, so having tea, I love to have tea. That's something that I definitely want to start enjoying more of, is all the different types of teas, because we get so many health benefits from the herbs and whatnot. And there's plenty of people who have tea all the time and say that it's helped them to maintain their raw food diet. So yeah, I think the teas are great to have. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. It's special to me that you're here with me. So this is exciting. And yeah, the evening is approaching us. So I want to talk about exercise and working out too, but we'll do that on the next one, because I have so much to share on that too, and just so many things I've learned, and how to listen to your body, and what's best for our bodies, depending on our ages and our sex, male or female, and what works best for us. But exercise and muscle building is a necessity. It's a necessity, especially to balance the hormones. But it's a little different depending on your age, how much recovery time you need, and what kind of benefits you get from that. I'll share later, just so much that I've learned, and, how to balance the hormones so you can be as healthy as you can naturally. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, cool, Jen. You will try that. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, I guess that's it. I love you and God bless you. And once again, thanks for being here with me. And I'll go live again soon, and then I'm going to be posting some things on my YouTube video. Okay. All right. Bye. I think I did this right. Yeah. Bye.